Minecrafters, it's Kimise, and I am back for another day of KimiseCraft. I hope you guys are having fun, and the projects do not stop. So, yeah, if you're watching the live stream, you would have watched me for the first time try to break through bedrock, and boy, let me tell you, that was one heck of an interesting stream. I mean, first off, I just moved some villagers at the beginning, but that only took like 15 minutes of the stream. But then, after that, me and 8-Bit Kid got together, and we decided that we wanted to get a gold farm going. And I'm going to talk about the gold farm here in just a minute. So, but before that, we went through this whole mess to go ahead and be able to get up there, because you have to have a way up there. And to do that, you have to break some bedrock, and that's what we did. So we got some bedrock broken, and we are now on top of the nether. Now, the gate portal is only good to get back to where we need to go, so that's all it's really good for. That takes us right back to where we need to be. But for everybody else, here we are. We are here, and we are ready to get gold farm serious. Now, let me just describe what we're going to be doing for you. And if you want a really great view of what the finished gold farm is going to look like, there's a guy named LogicalGeekBoy, and we're going to use his design because he's going to use a turtle-powered gold farm. Now, the reason why we're making this, me and 8-Bit Kid talked about it, we really just want the gold. Not really that interested in the experience. I mean, the XP that we get off of the Guardian farm takes care of that really well. Really don't need anything else off of it except for the gold. So I was looking around doing some research, and LogicalGeekBoy had this really great design that basically is just for gold. You know, so you can AFK and get all the gold you want. And having all the gold will do a lot of good things for us. One, we can make our beacons out of gold. So instead of using our iron, which, you know, we have a much slower pickup on iron, we can go ahead and make those out of gold. And then I can go ahead and get all the rest of my wither skulls, which I have 13 of them, and I can go ahead and make at least, how many do I need? Yeah, I can make another 4, and so I can have like 5 beacons. We can go ahead and get the whole common area out there with all the stuff we've been building. We can go ahead and get them all covered with beacons. So that is what the goal is. So basically, if you'll notice, I got this pillar going up, and each one of those blocks marks a different spot that we're going to be doing. This first block, this is going to be the collection zone. Okay, so on this level right here, we're going to make a platform which is going to collect all of the goodies from the pigmen. It's also really the death platform. So when the pigmen drop, they're going to hit that, they're going to die. We're going to have a whole big section of hoppers for them, and yep, that's pretty much exactly how it's going to go. Now, if you go up a little bit higher, okay, you'll notice I have another set of blocks sticking out. That is the first spawning platform, and we're going to have, I believe, about 4 or 5. That's the first spawning platform, and we make them too high, so there's going to focus on pigmen primarily up here. We'll get a few little things up there as well, but primarily pigmen. Now, we go up a little bit higher. That's the top of the last spawning platform. I forget how many blocks are in between. I know, like, right between here, we got 24 blocks, because we need at least 24 blocks for the pigmen to take enough damage to die. Then we're going to have, I believe, it's going to be at least another 20 blocks between there for our platform, for our different spawning platforms. Then you'll notice that there's one more jump all the way up to the top, and that's 24 blocks between the last spawning platform and there, and that's going to be the FK spot. So we need to be within 128 blocks for all of those spawning platforms to spawn, and that's the idea. Very, very cool. I think so. So again, I'll put a link in the description to LogicalGeekBoys video. But basically, this is a turtle egg powered farm. Now, before we go, let's go ahead and start working on the basic things that we're going to be doing here. Okay. So first off, let's go ahead and go up here. Now we're going to be knocking some of these out. And what we want to do is we want to get to this level right here, okay? Now, this is just a reference point for us right here. That going all the way up is just a reference point. And this here center, basically, that I'm building out right here, this is going to be an item elevator that takes all our gold up, essentially. Very, very simple. Nothing too crazy about it. Now, that's a noise, isn't it? Wow. That was creepy. Okay. Anyways, so looking at back up here. Okay. So what we're going to have is we're going to have this center part that goes all the way up, and this is where everything that gets gathered around here will go up. Now this center part is going to be 3 by 3. Okay. So right out here we are going to have. Let's see here. Okay, we're going to have hoppers that come out. So that's 1, 2, 3. And this is going to be 7 by 7 holes. So we're going to have these come out like this. Right. And yeah, I don't think that'll hurt. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and show you where we're going to have the collection platform, which is right here. Okay. And so look, this is one section of it. Okay. And what we want to do is we're going to set up into 4 collection hoppers, because this is going to be quite a bit of pigment that are going to be coming down here. Okay. And so what by splitting it up, okay, and we'll go ahead and, you know, do that so that doesn't get in the way. By splitting it up, that's going to allow us to get a fairly efficient collection zone without losing any drops to speed. Does that make sense? And we'll just send this one in there. Yeah, that's the way. That's the way to do it. Okay. Now, what we're then going to do is we're going to use some item sorters, and we're going to sort out the rotten flesh, because unfortunately, when you get a whole bunch of zombie pigmen dying, you just don't get gold from them. You get rotten flesh, unfortunately, right? Yep. Okay. So what we want to do is we want to make sure we sort out that rotten flesh. Very, very good. And one more. What? I just made like 49 of those. Okay, well, you guys get the idea, right? So what we're going to do is here in a minute, we're going to go ahead and cover these up with carpet, and then we're going to get down here and we're going to build the sorting system and get that all done. And the reason why I'm going to go ahead and start with this first is that as we build the spawning platforms, we're going to make sure that they are running right away. Does that make sense? That way we can go ahead and start collecting. That way we're not wasting pigment. Or at least that's the idea, right? So, so I'm going to go ahead and get a few more things together. Looks like I got to make some more hoppers. Good thing I have plenty of iron to go ahead and do that with. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get that going. And then we're going to come back and I'm going to show you how we're going to sort out the materials and get rid of the stuff we don't want, okay? So this is Kimise. I'll be back in just a little bit. Hey guys, this is Kimise and I am back. I just wanted to give you an update and actually walk you through exactly how to go ahead and build one of these platforms, okay? So first off, what we did is we went and did a 7 by 7 platform. Now the inside, the 3 by 3 inside, that's going to be a pillar area. And so then it's basically 2 all the way around, 2 blocks all the way around in which we're going to be collecting stuff. Now, what I did is I had them all going into one hopper, and I have the hoppers coming down like this and coming down and out like this, okay? And then what they do is they come straight down there and they feed directly into the dispenser or dropper, which is pointing upwards. That's for my gold. Now notice I have another dispenser that's going to be pointing downwards. That's going to be my trash dispenser, because we're going to take the rotten flesh and we're going to sort that out. So let me just show you how you can build a really simple sorting system. So for instance, we have to have hoppers going to our system that shoots them up, and we have to have hoppers going to our system that shoots them down. So let's go ahead and have some hoppers going in down there. Remember, you just kind of make sure you're pointing it into the side you want to go. And so we want this one going down, so we're going to have it set like that, okay? So basically this assures that the items will drop down here, jump down here. Now, as far as order of importance, we'll probably go through here first and go straight to the trash. So what we need to do is we need to have a sorting system on this hopper that goes ahead and shuts this hopper down unless we're getting exactly what we want. Okay, so to do that, let me show you exactly how we do that. It's really pretty simple, and since we're only building one of them, this is a really great opportunity to turn this into kind of a tutorial. Ooh, that sounded creepy. Woo! Okay, so basically we put a block there, 3 blocks there, and then what we're going to do is we want to go ahead and have one down there like that again, and then there. And we're just going to go ahead and get rid of this middle one right here. So that's exactly what we're looking at. Now, let me walk you through exactly what this is doing here so that you guys are with me. Now, we're going to need a few things, okay? We're going to need a comparator. We're going to need a repeater. We're going to need some redstone dust and a redstone torch. And I'm just going to use these blocks to go ahead and get up there. Okay? So I'm going to walk you through it, and I'm going to try to go through exactly what the redstone is doing right here for you. Okay? Now, again, this is probably the most simple sorting system. This is how I have the sorting system working on all this stuff. So basically, items are coming down here, and this hopper right here is going to be the hopper that's going to be turned on and off by this comparator. Okay. Yep, that's exactly how it should work. This is only going to accept certain things, or should I say, yeah, that's how this hopper is going to be. It's only going to accept certain things. So the comparator, what it's doing is it's looking to see, okay, are we getting it? Now, if it gets it, okay, it unlocks it. So basically, what that does is that sends a signal down this way, okay? Now, then it takes this signal, okay, and we go ahead and use a repeater to send the signal over here. And what it does is it turns on this torch and unlocks this hopper to let the good stuff go through. Okay, so only if it's rotten flesh, okay, that's what the comparator is saying, it's looking at this hopper. Only if rotten flesh comes through does it open this to send it through. Only if it's rotten flesh does it open it to send it through. Does that make sense to everybody? Pretty simple, and that is a very simple, super basic thing. Now, I've also gone ahead and for these to work, you got to have a clock on them. So I went ahead and used a simple observer clock, and basically when we want this to start shooting, we just click it like that, and it goes ahead and starts shooting them down or shooting them up as fast as we want. And if we don't want to hear it, we can turn it off just like that. So there we go, very super basic thing. Now the only thing we need right now is we need some named items. So I got these named items called junk blocks. Okay, now I named them differently, that way they're going to help with the sorting process. Now I also need some rotten flesh. Hopefully that's enough rotten flesh to do the trick. So what we're going to do now, okay, is we're done with this. Let's just go ahead and use the andesite to climb up here. Okay, so the last thing we need to do is we need to go ahead and set this up so that this is going to work. So what we want to do is we want to go ahead and we're going to use some of our rotten flesh, okay, and okay guys, so basically on the one right here, there we go, that's what we want to go through. We put some jump blocks there so that it only lets that through. Then up here I went ahead and put some blocks up here, because now what we want to do is, like for instance, okay, let's go ahead and put these in here, and there we go, it just went up to 14. Very simple. Now we've got 4 down here, which is great. So it's going to, I mean, this needs to fill up to a certain amount before it starts letting them through, but it works very simply. Okay, now let's just make sure that's not going anywhere else. Okay, rotten flesh, check it out. Not what we wanted there, but let's check it again. Okay, let's put it up above. Okay. Looks like 1 got through. Yep, and that went up to 18. Huh, that's interesting. Well, anyways, this should work really well for our size server. Okay? And I'll just double check, but that's exactly the way you build it. And maybe I've just got something stored in the wrong place. But there we go. So, what that's going to do is that's going to help keep our items going in the right places so that we have everything going right in there. Okay, now next step of this is we're going to start moving up there and start working on our platforms. Okay, so to do this, we're going to need some turtle eggs, we're going to need a block that we want to build with. So I got to figure out what we want to build these platforms out of. Okay, and we've got to, well, what else do we got to do? That's a lot right there. And actually, I think with that, we should be in pretty good shape. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and grab a shulker box or two, and I'm going to go ahead and collect all the things that we need to go ahead and do this so that we can move up and move on to the platforms. This episode, now this build might take a couple episodes. I only got so much time to play tonight, but already we've made some great progress. Check it out. So the killing station's ready to go. In fact, we've even got all sorted out so that now we can just go ahead and, in fact, let's go ahead and do this. Actually, I don't have a lava with me either. Okay. So, because that's one of the things we're going to have here. Yeah. This is going to be a trash zone for rotten flesh. And this is going to shoot it down into a lava bath. So, and I don't care if we shoot it blank. I think it'll look kind of cool. So boom, there you go. And so I just got to get a bucket of lava, put it down in there. And for instance, when this stuff gets down there, it'll get shot down, which I don't have anything in there for it to shoot down yet. So there we go. Very nice. Step 1 of the gold farm is in working shape. Okay, guys, go see you back in. Okay, guys, so let's show you where we're at right now. So if you take a look, we've got our bottom section all done. And you know what? Let's go ahead and take care of this really quickly. Where did I put that? You know what? We'll have to do that part later because I don't think I have it on me. No. Okay, never mind. Let's take a look up here. Okay. Now, let's talk about the platform. So we're going to make the platforms yellow because it's a gold farm. Okay, so well, they're not quite gold, but I think it'll work. And now the platform we're making we've got our 7x7 in the center. Okay, so we'll have our item elevator, which will be shooting stuff up the center right there. And that'll also be where we'll trick the pigmen to walk over here and fall off using turtle eggs. Yes, sir. Now, the actual dimension of the platform will be 49 by 49, so it's a fairly big platform. In fact, I've already done a ton of yellow concrete, and it looks like I'm going to need a ton more. In fact, I haven't even completed one platform, and I've already done several stacks already, okay? So, unfortunately, my time for today is over, because that's all I can get done today. I'm going to continue to work on the platform. Should have some time off tomorrow to go ahead and get these taken care of, and we want to make not just one, but let's see here. So, we'll have 1, 2, another one, 1, 2, another one, 1, 2, a fourth one, 1, 2, a fifth one, 1, 2, 6. Okay, so we're going to have 6 platforms. Woo, that's going to produce a ton of gold. Okay, well, it means I'm going to have to get a ton of sand and gravel so I can finish working all this out. Okay, lots of fun, guys. Okay, so, well, let's just go ahead and go from there. Guys, thanks for checking out the episode. Look, it's already working. Check out all the pigmen over there. And this is Kimise. I appreciate you checking out the episode. We're going to try to get this going so we can go ahead and finish up the top part, which will be our collection system and our AFK platform. So we've got 6 of these to do. We'll get these knocked out tomorrow. And then the next episode, we'll go ahead and build that platform and show you everything that goes into that. Again, thanks, guys, for watching. If you liked the episode, hit that like button. Also hit subscribe. That really helps out the channel. And if you don't want to miss any more episodes, make sure you hit the bell. This is Kimise saying, catch you later. Bye-bye.